Nyla. How can I help you?
Yes, is Snavely available? Badge number 1048.
I'm sorry. Do you know what station he works at?
I call the same number.
Okay, so we have a Hefner, Santa Fe, and a Southwest. And a
I've been
Spring Lake
receiving this for
division.
confusion aspects.
I'm
Calling
sorry.
Oklahoma City Police Department, it now dispatches out calling one department to multiple different departments instead
Okay,
of just calling.
let
Since
me give you the
I've
number
noticed
to.
that this has been a strategy to keep me from calling around to other jurisdictions to get anything resolved. Someone is fully
Um,
aware that I'm not really educated on the environments and it hides the locations.
okay, let me give you a number that you can call.
I'm not quite certain if I called this number last time to speak with that party. How is it possible that now I can't reach him on this number?
Okay, he could possibly be out out
Is it a
working on the streets
possibility
and
for you to
everything.
look? What did I call?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, YouTube
No,
scammers.
no.
Is there
I
a
didn't understand
possibility
what you
that's
said.
why they want to investigate it? It keeps them out of prison. Is there a possibility? I think that my device is being hacked because if I call the same number and got this officer that just covered for police trying to kidnap me, as all these parties have done years that I've been calling, which has defrauded me out of funds. But the police
Okay,
department demands that my phone be hacked to stay out of prison, which endangers
okay.
my safety and it's criminal. But nonetheless,
Let
ma'am, I'm not really getting clarity because I just keep talking to scammers that defraud me out of funds and put my safety at risk and set me up with the police.
Okay,
So
let me transfer you
I
over
just think that this
to
is a
our
red
dispatch.
flag that someone needs to do something. This is criminal.
Okay, can I transfer you over to our
I'm
dispatch,
just
and
not
then
really certain on
they
what I
may be.
call, ma'am. I think my phone is hacked. What did I call?
You actually called the Oklahoma City Records Department, and
Hold on,
I'm going
ma'am.
to send you over.
How was the same number of records in it before it was the police department? How did it change calling the same number?
I don't understand. I mean,
I
I
don't
don't know.
understand either. I don't
So,
think YouTube's
okay,
understand. You don't understand because it doesn't make sense. So I called the
okay,
same number and got two different locations.
okay. I'm going to switch you over to dispatch, and they may
I'm
be able
asking,
to
ma'am. I
locate that
want
police
don't people
officer.
slander. They switch me over all the time when they're being caught in crimes. I just want to know
Okay.
how is it possible for me to call the same number twice and get two different locations?
Well, I'm not real sure how that happened either, and I do
Okay, so
apologize
I
for that.
call records, calling the police department. Now it's records.
Well, it's on the weekends we pick up the phone. We're switchboard on the weekends, the records department. But dispatch can locate the police officer for you.
Okay, let me make
Could,
sure I understand. Records is working on the weekends.
yes, ma'am. Well, we're not working on
Pathological
weekends.
lie year after year. Okay,
Okay.
so
You want me to transfer you?
instead of police law enforcement, they demand calling the police department that you speak with records.
Let me if you'll
I'm
let
just
me.
quick. What's your position?
I'm a records clerk.
What's your name?
My name is Nyla,
Okay, so
Nila.
Nyla calling the police department, you're demanded to speak with records and calling the police department. So you're switching me over even because it's happened years, multiple different calls.
Okay.
And it gives
I'm
them
just gonna
time to
switch
get
you
an
over
alibi,
to
man. I'm just
dispatch.
trying to get clarity. I really can't speak a lot of these
Okay.
scam calls. I'm trying to prove it repeatedly. Keeps happening. It's hard when places you live demand that you don't record crimes and no one gets accountability for it year after year. So,
Now,
ma'am,
do you want to speak to a police
I'm just
officer?
trying to get clarity on what's happening, ma'am, because if you're covering for my device being hacked, that's serious. So I'm trying to get clarity on how I just called and this officer witnessed police trying to kidnap me because it's happened years everywhere I've called has covered for crimes and me being
Okay, so
defrauded
if
out
a
of
police
funds.
officer tried to
Is there a
kidnap
particular
you,
reason
then
why
we
this doesn't
probably need to
concern you,
call
ma'am, and you're trying
911.
to cover for it? Because everyone I have called has covered for crimes. Can you express to me
No,
why you're not concerned and you are not
it's
giving
okay.
me any information and interrupting me trying to get clarity on how I call the police department and it's record and how I
I'm
call
just
domestic violence organizations and it's doctors?
I'm just trying to get you where you need to be.
I'm just
So
trying
if
to get
you're
clarity on. I
reporting a
first
police
want to know
officer
exactly
for
how
kidnapping
you're
you,
stating that I called the police department and got records and you're open on the weekend and how New York, everyone was at a funeral and I couldn't talk to an officer.
are you calling from New York?
So that's probably why these calls are condescending, ma'am. Maybe something's going on
No,
with the
you
phone
just
line and the police department knew it and had seven of them had to come interrupt me from reporting it to Metro PCS and demand that they gave me a criminal trespass, ma'am. This is criminal and it's defrauding me out of funds, therefore it's federal charges. and all people that want to be accomplices, even though they know the police is demanding them to commit crimes, you have a responsibility to stand up and say, I'm not going to be in cahoots with you, no matter who you are. So they're demanding that people be accomplices to crimes, and they're doing it. So if someone makes you commit, if typically if someone is demanding that you murder someone or demanding that you commit a crime, there's accountability for both parties. There's a choices. You don't have to demand law enforcement makes you commit a crime to violate someone. So you're demanding that this is record. So what is the remedy for me calling the same number and getting two different locations? What is the solution for that? So what are you going to do? Because that I called the police department and got records.
On the weekends, we also help dispatch.
That doesn't make sense, ma'am. Records is typically closed on the weekend. And you're not helping by demanding someone get records that are trying to call the police. That's not helping.
No,
That's like concealing crimes.
That's not the way our phone system works here in Oklahoma.
Pathological. You'd have to see it to believe it. So you have a special system?
Yes, it's called forwarding phones over to let the dispatchers have a little bit of a break because
that doesn't make sense. They don't want records. They're calling the police department and you're demanding that they have records and you're supposed to be off. And then your strategy for concealing that crime is you're helping them. So you're doing records, but that doesn't help anyone because if they're calling the police, they don't want records. If they wanted records, they call records and you're off. And you're trying to help them on a weekend by keeping people from calling the police that are calling the police. That doesn't help anyone.
So we are trying to ask you where you need to be routed.
But if you just let them answer their own call, like the position that all these locations that I can't get legal aid, their job is to refer me to someone else, just alleviate that position. You're not helping by demanding people that call a location that you transfer them to the location that they call. That does not help.
Okay.
So you don't need to be there. You're off anyway. It would be better make common sense. If you're off, you don't work. You should have been off. Because all you're doing is someone is calling the police department and you're demanding that they speak with records and to get them to a location that they call. That's an obsolete position. You're not helping. So what are your strategy to conceal your crime? Is that you're transferring, you tried to help, you're supposed to be off, you tried to help, and you're helping by answering calls and transferring people for locations that they call. You're helping by answering that call and transferring them to where they call instead of them just answering the call on their own. And you're off.
How can I help you today?
I call the police department. I don't know how to get it. Being forced to speak with scammers that defraud me out of funds and mess up deliveries and commit all other crimes. I don't know what to do. Because going through this 10 years, I don't know how many patterns and uploads equal an arrest. 50-something put out all of these crimes and repeatedly year after year unaddressed. And then when my abuser can't control the environment, he has them put me out. That way he can put me in an environment that will. And then they'll start the same thing up every single time I flee because the problem is never being held accountable for it. That problem is being protected, so it happens year after year with no accountability.
Okay, are you here in Oklahoma City?
The fact still remains I asked to speak with the officer. And the officer that I already spoke to, in some kind of way, I got records. So how do I speak with the police department since it's switched up?
This is the Oklahoma City Police
Department. But your records, how do I speak with the police department? This happened in Austin. I couldn't report crimes because the dispatchers kept covering for them.
Oklahoma City Police Department.
But the fact I can't speak with them, your records. This happened in Austin. Every time I was reporting crimes, I spoke with dispatchers that were covering for them. And that way I could never report crimes. And then when I started doing it in person, then they set me up. If you're the gatekeeper and won't give me the police department I call, what am I supposed to do that to cover for this lady hanging up in the middle of a kidnapping? Until I upload it for my safety.
How can I direct your call, ma'am?
I call the police department. How do I speak with them?
Hold, please.
The device volume goes down. It does that on Bluetooth too. You there?
I'm here.
Yeah, it does that. I really haven't been able to get law enforcement. It's kind of annoying because when I'm listening to music on the Bluetooth, the volume just goes down on its own. So, what's your position, ma'am? What's your position?
I'm a call taker for the Oklahoma City Police Department. What can I do for you?
Are you dispatcher, call taker? What does that mean?
That means I take the calls, I enter them for PD response.
Okay, I'd like to speak with 1048 Snavely. I was doing a report and she transferred me in the middle of that report.
248,
1048.
1048. 1 moment.
I didn't give her an address. I just gave her Snavely. Immediately, you asked for an address when I stopped recording. Is there a particular reason why I just can't speak with her?
Because I can't send you directly to her. I have to enter a call, so I need the address and a phone number, ma'am.
That's not how it works, ma'am. You're mistaken. You're a
Yes,
call
it is. I
taker.
can send you to my supervisor, ma'am.
When you get caught in crimes, I mean, how many times is how many supervisors will equal an arrest?
Ma'am,
Dispatchers have covered for crimes years, and then they tried to arrest me to cover for it.
I can't send you directly to the officer.
That's a pathological lie, ma'am. You're lying to conceal crimes.
I'm not pathologically lying, ma'am,
Why would you not be able to send me to the officer?
because I can't send you directly to an officer's phone. I can enter a call and have the officer call you back, ma'am.
Okay, you can do that.
Okay, I need your name and phone number.
Hey, this is Sergeant Long, Oklahoma City Police Department. How are you?
Oh, I'm not. Is there a particular reason I've experienced this years? I've noticed strategies to conceal crimes. How is it that I asked to speak with someone else and you called?
Do what now? I'm sorry, I didn't.
Why would you call and I asked to speak with Snavely? 1048. This isn't Snavely. That's what is the relevancy of you calling? Because I've experienced strange things like this years.
I don't actually know. They sent me a call and
I didn't ask to
said
speak with
that-
you. I've experienced strange things like this years. I think it's deliberate.
Gotcha. Is there anything I can help you with?
No, I want to speak with Snavely. 1048. How I just don't understand all the discrepancies for 10 years plus. It's like it's deliberate. Before I got the abusive stalker, when you asked to speak with someone, that party called you back. Don't you find
Yeah.
it bizarre if I ask to speak with someone and then other parties call me back outside of that person? Do you
Did
find
you,
that weird?
Did you actually talk to them today?
What's your position?
I'm a patrol officer.
You're okay, and your badge number?
2079.
Okay, and how do you say your name?
It's Long, Long.
Okay, so how old are you? Well, that's probably too much information. Well, nonetheless, when you call places and you ask to speak with someone, do they put them on the phone?
It just depends on what it's at.
Okay, so if you leave a message for someone to call, do they call
Yeah.
you back?
Most of the time.
Okay, so would you find it peculiar that if I leave a message for someone to call and they have someone else call me back and I've left a message for one particular party to call me back, would you find that peculiar?
Not in this organization because they
I'm
don't
just saying in
want-
general, because it's happened a lot of times. Because I find it
Yeah,
peculiar.
in general,
Before
yeah,
all these people started to commit crimes, when you left a message for one party to call, that's peculiar. That if you're leaving a message for one particular person to call, that someone else will call. I find that
Gotcha.
bizarre.
I gotcha. Okay.
Is it can she call back the person I requested to call me, Snavely? 1048?
Now, I have to ask this question because I really think she is gone now. Did you talk to her today?
I did. But I
Okay, so that's
the
one
fact
thing?
still remains I wanted to speak with her specifically, not anyone else.
Okay. The best I can do for you is give you a number to try to get in touch with her.
Okay.
It's 405-297-1000.
Okay, I get a lot of interruptions. 405-297-1000. I know that you'd have to believe something like that someone would be able to abuse that much power. Okay, so I left a message for her to call, and you call.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you.
Okay. Take care.
You too.
City Police Department. Your call is very important to us. If this call is an emergency, please.
Yes, I'm trying to speak with Snavely, 1048.
What did you say the name was?
Snavely, 1048.
Are you saying Snavely?
Yes.
Okay, let me transfer you over.
Okay.
The info desk typically has 2 people in it, but she should be in there. So just ask for her again once you get over there.
Weird. Sure.
Oklahoma City Police Department information desk. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911.
She transferred me
Our
back
hours
into
are
queue.
from 7 a.m. to 3
They're
a.m.
scammers committing crimes.
Please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and we will return your phone call as
And
soon
then
as
they're
possible.
not answering.
Thank you, and have a wonderful day.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hello, my name is Kiana Clark. I have reported that all local law enforcement has been bought off to terrorize me for my abuser's sexual gratification, and they've done it years for profit. And in fact, I was on the phone with Snavely while they were trying to do an active kidnapping, and she transferred me into another party when she was hearing the kidnapping, so she wouldn't be a witness. But I've noticed that everywhere I've called for a long, extended amount of time has been trying to conceal crimes that were being committed to me and all kind of other things that are going on. If you can give me a call back, my contact number